I'm Katlego and welcome back to my channel. Hello. So today I'm back with another watch list and we are going to be talking about what's new on Showmax, Mzansi edition. Okay, so first up we have Comedy Central presents Colorblind. This is a stand-up comedy released in 2020, directed and hosted by Deborah Patter. And honestly, that's what initially had me tuning in. But anyway, on the lineup we have comedians like Chris Forrester, Nondumiso Lindy, and Dumi Morake. All take turns exploring different themes and topics around race. I really enjoyed the lineup and all their different plays on being colorblind in South Africa. And although Dumi Morake had my favorite set of all the comedians, my favorite gag from the whole show is one that Chris Forrester made, and he was talking about how when you're in an interracial relationship, people always say, oh, you don't see color, like it's a compliment. And he was just saying it really isn't a compliment, and if you think about it, it really doesn't make sense. Because if someone is colorblind, they only see black and white. So how is someone who, you know what I'm saying? I'll give it a nice 7 out of 10 and definitely recommend it to all of you who love stand-up comedy. Second on the list we have Red Room, which is a thriller starring the iconic Miss Kanye Mbao, who in the movie plays a woman who is going through so much. Her life is unraveling after she lost her husband, and now that she is broke and pregnant, she is just trying to find, you know, refuge and shelter, and she manages to find a safe haven at one of the shelters in the city. I mean, she looks so glamorous that she even gave birth in a full face beat. I mean, like, in a woman's shelter. Who does that? Only Kanye Mbao. But anyway, the movie in itself has quite an interesting plot twist when Kanye Mbao turns out to be a bigger sterling than I thought she would. And that honestly made me so happy, because watching how her life was unraveling made me feel like, oh my god, she's a victim. But she turned out to be the hero in all of it. So yay to Kanye Mbao. Anyway, good movie. I'm gonna give it a 6 out of 10 and definitely recommend it for those of you who like to watch a little drama and thriller with a little bit of crime mixed up in the mix. So, third on the list we have Glass House, which is a sci-fi, fantasy, dystopian type of movie. It's basically about an alternate future where a family survives something called the Shreds, which is a pandemic which hit wherever they are, wherever the movie is set in. The pandemic hit there and it causes memory loss. In this family there were these sisters, and these sisters were seduced by the stranger who, like all men who come to ruin a good thing, came to disrupt their peace. It really irritates me how this family and these sisters were living in somewhat perfect harmony and found a way to live in peace after the pandemic that hit them. And then here comes this man, you know, seducing them and doing all this stuff and literally disrupting their whole lives. But I have a lot of questions when it comes to the plot, because there are just a lot of questions that I have about this man who just comes out of nowhere and like disrupts their whole lives. Where does he come from, you know? So they're gonna have to make a second one so we really understand what is really going on. But other than that, it is a really good movie, a good 8 out of 10. Fourth on the list we have No Love Lost. Now this is a rom-com released in 2022. Yes, it was released this year, so it's new. The plot is a classic rom-com plot where you find a girl who gets done dirty by a boy and finds a good boy, and then here comes the bad boy trying to ruin any good things she may have built with this new good boy, okay? And personally, one thing I really want to say about the plot is that I think it's fantastic. I watched this movie because of the plot. Oh. You get me? Obviously ends in a happy ending, because what is a rom-com without a happy ending? But yeah, I'll give it a nice 6 out of 10. So watch it and let me know if you enjoy it. And last but not least, we have a film. This one comes right at the end and it's called This Is Not a Burial, It Is a Resurrection. Definitely saved the best for last in this case. It is a drama that I just discovered on Showmax. It is a story about forced removals where we have an old woman from Lesotho who, after losing her husband, her daughter, her son, you know, inspires her village to fight against the forced removals. The cinematography of this movie, this film is great. It is such a beautifully shot movie. I was actually blown away, and after I watched the movie I had to go back and just research about the movie in a little bit and just see if it got some awards, because I just felt like it was such a great movie. And come to find out, it won 20 international film awards, including Best Cinematography at the FESPACO 2021 and the Visionary Filmmaking Prize at the Sundance Festival 2021. It is such a beautiful story, such an inspirational story, and an RIP to Meritwala, who played the lead role in this movie. A legend telling a really captivating story and such a great performance. Just watch this movie and let me know what you think of it. I'm gonna give it a 9 out of 10. You watch it and tell me what you're gonna give it. And yeah, that brings us to the end of today's watch list, what's new in Zanzi edition. I hope you enjoyed it. I hope you watch my recommendations, and don't forget to let me know either on the comments or on social media if you enjoyed my recommendations. But yeah, that's it from me and Tag. Until the next video, I'ma see you when I see you. Peace.